everyone, so today's video is my update for my Shop My Stash, and I did decide to do this seasonally. So the first update and kind of intro to this was 3 months ago, and now I am doing, which was all of like summer products that I wanted to use, and obviously now we're moving into fall, so I chose out a few fall products. So I'm gonna go over the summer products that I had in my Shop My Stash these past couple months, and then I'm gonna introduce the new products that I'm gonna be using for the next few months. And I did find that 3 months was kind of a lot, but I am gonna just stick with this at least till the end of the year. And then next year I might do a Shop My Stash like every other month probably, just because then I can rotate through products in my collection more often. So the last update for the summer kind of Shop My Stash, I did choose like over 20 products, so it was very overwhelming. But for my fall Shop My Stash, which you're gonna be seeing the products for today, I do only have like about 12, so this is definitely a lot less overwhelming. And all of these products I only used like 3 to 6-ish times for all of these, because with my Shop My Stash I just kind of want to use them every once in a while. I don't want to force myself to be using them all the time because I'm also working on Project Pan items. So the first product is this Milani Soft Focus Glow, and this is basically like a glowy primer, and this is in the shade 02 Golden Glow, so it is a little bit deeper than my skin tone, so it gives kind of that bronzy look to the skin. So I did only use this a few times, but I did enjoy it for that kind of a glowy primer underneath my foundation. And then the next one is this L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation, and I used this a few times and I did really enjoy it. It's a nice light coverage. It's probably like light to medium. You can build it up, but I do enjoy light coverage foundation, so I did really enjoy this. And L'Oreal is now cruelty free, so I would like to pan this at some point in the future, but I'm nowhere near being done with this. Now we are getting into cheek products. So I did pick out this Milani Soleil Baked Bronzer, and this is just like a glowy bronzing powder, and it is really pretty. It gives a nice glow to the skin, but it also just bronzes up your face and gives a little bit of color, so I did really enjoy this. And then I also had the Milani Luminoso blush, and this is a little mini size. In my intro I did have the full size because I don't know, I got this as like a free sample, and I gave my mom the mini originally, but then I decided that I wanted the mini because I'm really never going to go through this blush, and especially in the full size, let alone the mini size, and she doesn't have as much makeup as me obviously, so I gave her the full size and I took back the mini, so that is why this is small compared to my intro video. But yes, I did really enjoy this. It's just a really nice glowy peachy blush. And then I also chose out the Flower Beauty Blush Balm in the shade Nectar to use because I have another shade, I believe it's in the shade Cinnamon, and I have used that one a lot. It's a more neutral brown tone shade, so I do really love the color of that one, but I hadn't gotten much use out of this, and this is just a really pretty peachy blush, so I feel like it was really good to use during the summer, and I did really enjoy this. I already knew I love this formula, and I would like to get more shades in this product. Then I did choose 4 highlighters this time around. So I chose the Essence Pure Nude highlighter, which as we all probably know is just a really pretty natural highlight. And I just use this mostly as like, almost as like a base highlighter. So I would apply it with a little bit of a bigger blush or brush on the parts of my face where I normally highlight, and then I would go in with a more intense highlight on top just to kind of give that spotlight glow. And another one I chose is this Colourpop on the Cusp Super Shock Cheek. So this is kind of that cream to powder formula, and I just use this like I normally do with my powder highlights on like a normal fluffy brush, and it worked really well, and I did really love the way this looked. It's super intense, and I definitely need to use my Colourpop Super Shock products a lot more because I do really love them. Then I also chose the Fenty Beauty highlighter in the shade Hustla Baby, and this is just a really pretty like peachy gold highlight, and I did really love this more than I was expecting to. and it's a more unique shade, I feel like, but I would really love to pan this at some point in the future because it's just a deluxe size sample, and I feel like this is a little bit more of a soft highlighter, so I feel like it could be easier to pan, but I do really enjoy this, and this is probably one of my favorite highlighters. Next, I included one of the Becca highlighters. This one is in the shade Rose Quartz, so it's a lot more pinky toned, but I also really loved this. I do really love the Becca highlighting formula, so it was fun to play with this. Next, I have a couple of face palettes. So first is the Becca, Khloe, and Malika face palette. This is one of my favorite face palettes, and I have used it a ton, even though it looks like it's barely been touched. But this will literally last me probably the rest of my life. So yeah, I do really love every single shade in here. I like how every shade works for my skin tone, and I believe this is no longer available, so that's really sad. But yeah, I'm really glad I picked this up and I have it in my collection. I also chose the Alamar Cosmetics little blush trio, and this is in the shade Fair Light, and I do really love these blushes. They're a bit more glowy. They're definitely not matte, but I do like a good glowy blush, and I like these shades. I feel like they're a little bit more unique, and I like how you have this neutral one, so you could literally just bring this palette with you if you're going on vacation or away somewhere, and you have a perfect neutral blush, but then you also have some brighter options. Now we're getting into eyeshadows. So I did choose this e.l.f. No Budge shadow stick, and I really enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I was going to. This is a really easy, just like one and done, throw all over your lid and you're good to go kind of shadow, and this stays in place really, really well. Like, it's called the No Budge shadow stick, so I would expect that, but I was not expecting this to be like as good as it was. So I do really enjoy this, and I do have another one of these in a different shade. So if you're looking for a really good like one and done shadow stick that's really simple and easy, I would definitely recommend these. And then I also have one of my Stila Glitter and Glows. This is in the shade Monarch, and it's just a really pretty like duochrome pinkish blue shift. So I feel like it's pretty unique to my collection, and I do really enjoy using these just in the center of the lid as like a little pop, and I do really enjoy glitter on my lids, and this is a really easy way to use glitter because there's no fallout and it's not as messy as like a loose glitter. And then we have another single shadow. This is the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Birthday Treat, and this is just a really pretty like strawberry color, and I thought this would be really good for the summertime, and I did really enjoy using this. I love the Colourpop Super Shock shadows. Again, they just give that really pretty wash of glitter all over the lid, which is like my favorite kind of look, especially for every day. So I did really love using this. Now I also chose an eyeshadow palette to include, and this is the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe palette, and I did actually end up making this my palette of the month for, I don't know, 1 month in the past 3 months. I don't remember which one it was, but I do have a Shadow Saturday series look with this if you want to go check that out. And yeah, I do really love this palette, and I love all the shades in it. I feel like it's a more unique palette out of all of the palettes in my collection. Like, these really pretty greenish and blue tones are super unique. So I do really love this, and I also love the way they performed. So I'm really glad I was able to get a lot of good use out of this. Now for lip products, I do have 6 here that I chose out. So first is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Peaches and Cream, and obviously this is a little bit of a brighter pink gloss. So I did kind of choose this to go with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Tokyo, and these did pair really well together. As you can see, they're both sort of brighter pink shades. And then for a perfect nude lip, I chose this Sephora Lip Stories lipstick in the shade We, and it's just the perfect pinky nude color, and I really loved wearing this. I would just wear this when I wanted like a nude lip, which is a lot of the time. So I do really love the shade of this, and I'm really glad I was able to get some good use out of this. The other lipstick that I chose is the e.l.f. Moisturizing Lipstick in the shade Cheeky, and this is a really pretty, almost iridescent lipstick, but I don't know if you can tell, it has like a glow to it, so it almost looks like a gloss when you put it on your lips. But I love the formula of this. It's super comfortable and it feels like nothing on the lips, so I did really enjoy using this. And then I chose 2 lip products from Colourpop kind of to pair together. So the first one is an ultra blotted lip in the shade Vitamin C. As you can see, it's more of a reddish orange tone, and it paired really well with this gloss in the shade Imaginarium. And I would also just use this gloss if I wanted a little bit of a sheer red tint. It was really pretty to wear on its own as well. But I did really love using both of these products, and I do really love the Colourpop Ultra Blotted Lip formula because it's a little bit more sheer and natural. So that is it for the updates on all my products for the summer Shop My Stash. Now I'm going to be introducing all the products for my fall Shop My Stash. So the first product is this little mini Tarte creaseless concealer, and this is pretty new to my collection. I tried this out in my Clean Beauty Get Ready With Me, so I'll have that video linked if you are interested in that. But I did purchase some Clean Beauty products from Sephora that I've been wanting to try for a while. And yeah, I wanted to use this concealer. I'm really excited to try it out some more because I have only used it once so far, so I'm not too sure what I think of it yet. And then another Clean Beauty product that I also tried out in that video is this Ilia Color Haze Multi-Use Pigment, and this is a liquid blush. It's in the shade Before Today, and I really loved this the first time I used it, and I've only used it once, so I did want to get a lot more use out of this, and I think this will be a really pretty color for the fall because it's a little bit more pinky and cool toned. And then I have a couple more blushes. So the first one is this Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Aphrodisiac, and this is more of like a brownie neutral blush, but I just think this will be super pretty, especially for the fall time. And then the other blush I chose is one of the Essence Satin Touch blushes, and this is in the shade Satin Coral. I also have the other shade, which I forget. I think they only have 2 shades in this though. So this is the more peachy corally one, and I haven't gotten as much use out of this as I have the other one, so I definitely want to get more use out of this, and I haven't used this in a very long time, and I remember really loving this formula, so I just wanted to get a lot more use out of it. And then I did choose one highlighter. This is the Becca highlighter in the shade Opal, and as you can see, this is pretty dark, so I did want to try this out and see if it would work for my skin tone, because when I was more pale in the winter, it was definitely too deep for me. So now that I'm a little bit more tan, I just want to see if I can make it work for my skin tone, and I might end up decluttering this if it is too dark. So yeah, I just wanted to play around with this and see if I want to declutter it or not. Next are some liquid shadows. So this is the Colourpop liquid shadow, which I'm pretty sure they don't have liquid shadows anymore. Maybe they do, I don't know. But this is in the shade Constellation, and it was a collaboration with Kathleen Lights. But this one is getting a little bit dried out, and it's just a really pretty neutral bronzy shade. So I did want to get some use out of it before it completely dries up, because I did have another one of these. And actually the other day when I was going through my collection trying to decide what products I wanted, my other one of these was completely dried up, so I had to throw that away. But I also chose another liquid shadow. This is one of the Stila Glitter and Glows. It's in the shade Painted Lady, and I just thought this was the prettiest like duochrome. It's like green, goldish, and pink. Like it's like the most unique shadow I feel like I have in my collection. So I definitely wanted to get more use out of these, and like we know, these do dry out pretty quickly. So I did want to get some good use out of this and make sure I'm rotating through my liquid shadows. Now I did choose an eyeshadow palette. This is the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. This is from like their Volt collection, and this is Armed and Gorgeous. So it's a more warm toned, I don't even know how to describe this, but it has some really pretty like gold shades, and then it also has like a green and some more brownish tones. So I thought this was a really good palette for the fall. And it kind of reminds me of the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette, at least these metallic shades that are like very yellow and goldish. So yeah, I'm really excited to get some use out of this. Obviously, I haven't really used it much. It's pretty much untouched. I think I've used it like once. So yeah, I'm really excited to use this some more. Now I did choose a few lip products. I actually have 6 here. I do like options for my lip products, so I feel like this isn't too many, but almost half of my products are lip products. So the first one is this Wet n Wild lip liner. This is in the shade Willow, and it's more of like a brownie peachy shade, but I thought it would go really well with this Sephora Lip Stories lipstick. This one is in the shade Brunch Date, and it's more of like an orangey color, which is a pretty unique shade to my collection. So I wanted to get some use out of this, and I already know I really love the formula of these. So I thought these two would pair really well together. And also Wet n Wild is not cruelty free, so I wanted to start going through like these lip liners because they're super long. So this is gonna take me like probably a year to finish. Then I also chose a Kat Von D lipstick. This is the only lipstick I have from them, but it's in the shade Ludwig, and I guess it's technically KVD Vegan Beauty. I don't know if they still have all the same products or what, but this is just a really pretty cool toned nude shade. So I picked this out as like my cool toned kind of lip because I do tend to have a lot of warm tone lipsticks, and I wanted a cool tone option. And then the other lipstick I chose is this Clinique lipstick in the shade Bear Pop, and this is just like a little mini deluxe size sample. And like that e.l.f. lipstick I had in the last Shop My Stash, it has kind of that like iridescence to it, so it's pretty similar to the e.l.f. one. The e.l.f. one is a little bit more red tone. This is more of just like a neutral pinky shade. So I do really love the way this looks on my lips. It's like a perfect everyday lipstick to just throw on. And then I also chose the Kosas Sport Hyaluronic Lip Balm. This is in the shade Pulse, and it's just a really pretty kind of red tone. And again, this is from my little Clean Beauty Get Ready With Me haul slash first impressions video. So I did really like this when I tried it in the video, but I just wanted a more natural lip to kind of throw on and a perfect lip balm. But this does give a pretty good amount of color to your lips. And I'm also going away to live with my sister for a couple months, so I wanted to kind of be minimalistic in my makeup, and obviously I'm gonna bring all my Project Pan items with me, and I really had to think about what I wanted to bring with me and not put too many things in projects, because I am going to try to bring all my stuff, all my makeup and stuff with me so I can keep making YouTube videos. But the last product is this Wet n Wild liquid lipstick in the shade Rebel Rose, and this is the only liquid lipstick I have from them. I did declutter my other one. It was more of a peachy shade, but it's really just the perfect like pinky nude shade, and I did want to get some use out of this. Again, Wet n Wild is not cruelty free, so I do want to kind of start to try to use up my non-cruelty free products, and obviously I'm not going to finish this, but I do want to get some good use out of it. So yeah, that is it for all of the products, the updates on the products that I had in this Shop My Stash, and then all of my new products that I'm really excited to be using in the next few months. So I will probably do an update on this, and I might just do an update on these products and not roll in new products so that I can kind of start fresh in 2021. That is really weird to say, but I really hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know down below in the comments if you like these types of videos or what kind of videos you want to see from me. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I do post new videos 3 to 4 times a week, so if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified every time I post. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.